And this is Action News Now coverage of the campfire burning since this morning on the ridge.
Alan Marsden is joining me now. Alan, I know beginning of the day when I first got in, we were getting calls from parents kind of confused on where to pick up their kids from the Paradise School District.
So many kids had shown up for school this morning before really it got chaotic and as the situation that it is now. And so there was a lot of confusion and concern from parents. Where do we pick up the students? Here's the bottom line of what I found out is that at first, the Paradise Unified School District just says we got to evacuate these students, take them to the Silver Dollar Fairgrounds in Chico. They just made that decision because they needed to take them somewhere and figured that would be a good place, and that's fine because they needed to make a decision. Turns out that's where all the firefighters are, and that was going to be a problem. So bottom line is they ultimately settled on the Mormon Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints over there on Mariposa Avenue at East. So I actually headed over there, and sure enough, there are a lot of worried parents there waiting for the buses. And I think that we might have some video here, and you can see parents standing around. Finally, I would say this is about an hour and a half ago, the buses started showing up here, and parents, relieved parents. A lot of the parents had been in touch. They knew that their kids were okay via cell phone, but others were quite concerned, waiting around to see their children safe and sound for themselves. But here's another interesting story. As I spoke to a teacher from Paradise Intermediate School who was there. Things happened so fast, so quickly this morning that the law enforcement came to them and said to the teachers, "Do you have a car?" "Yes." "Put as many children in your car, buckle them up, and get out of here as quickly as you can." You know, that was Johan Castellanos right there, our reporter who you typically would see on Telemundo, our Telemundo station. That's the first time I saw that video, and to see Johan give them a hug, I tell you that that's genuine. We were all impacted. We were all members of this community, and we were all impacted by what's going on. And so many heart-wrenching and heartwarming stories out there. And speaking of football, it's Friday night, and it's to bring it into perspective, high school football is not important on this Friday night, and it's not even taking place. And the day will come when high school football will be played again, hopefully pretty soon, but not on this Friday night. The world has changed for so many people at this point. Absolutely.
This fire is 6 car fires. Not to, I mean, 6 times.
And we want to make it clear to the good folks of Shasta County who suffered greatly and are continuing to suffer because of the car fire. There's no competition here about which is the bigger deal here. We're just trying to put this in perspective.
Yes.
So many people whose lives have been shattered by the car fire and are now working to put their lives back together again. The difference here in many ways, it's apples and oranges, right, Chris?
Yes.
But the car fire began on Monday, and it wasn't until Thursday evening that it exploded, and just to bring the campfire into perspective, by Thursday evening it exploded and jumped the Sacramento River and caused the evacuation of most of the city of Redding. This all happened in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
I'm Lauren Martinez.
I'm Alan Marsden. We have breaking news on our coverage of the Carr fire. We are getting word that the Carr fire has jumped the Sacramento River, and the entire community of Mary Lake is being evacuated. I should point out, you're sitting at home and saying he's referring to the north side of the river and the south side of the river. Of course, the river runs north and south, but what he's talking about, it actually is running east and west. You see that graphic there, 28,000. This fire is way bigger than 28,763 acres. That is the latest number from CAL FIRE, but they're not really in a position right now to be worrying about reporting what the acreage is. It's just unreal what's going on right now.
And the containment is less. It's no longer 10%, it's 6%.
At last report,
at last report.
And who knows now. Worked out to assist those who need help with housing, to assist them with that and so much more. But certainly President Trump has been addressing this. He has expressed through tweets his heartfelt concern for the victims. He says his heart is with the victims, but we cannot ignore also his original tweet where he was expressing concern about how California manages its forests, and there he is. There's the president. Is that the president right there? That it certainly is. There's President Donald Trump shaking hands with Jerry Brown. A warm greeting there. Greeting Gavin Newsom. And there's the President of the United States, who left the White House about 7 a.m. Washington, D.C. time. Congressman Doug LaMalfa is also right there. I believe that might be, that's a kind of a distance. I'm not sure if that's Kevin McCarthy there, also a California congressman in front of Doug LaMalfa. I apologize. It's hard for me to see from here if that's Congressman McCarthy or not. But certainly District 1 North State Congressman Doug LaMalfa, as we had learned, traveled with the president from Joint Base Andrews this morning. As again, the president departed about 7 a.m. from the White House, traveled across the country, and so this welcome is taking place right now. And I believe we expect and assume this entire party then will board these helicopters and head north to inspect the devastation in the Camp Fire area.